Hi, my name is William Kerrigan. Today is March 21st and we're in our newly planted apple orchard. Okay, so we're in a part of the orchard that we've already finished planting, and we'll talk a little bit about the two varieties that we planted. So the two main varieties we planted are called Gold Rush and Evercrisp. And these two varieties in our area of North Carolina will ripen around the middle of October, maybe later into October. And we chose these varieties so that you could come pick an apple while you pick a pumpkin. Normally, apples here for us will ripen around September. It's very hot in September. Some people don't want to come out and pick apples. So we've got apples that ripen in October. So you can pick an apple when you typically think about picking an apple, which is around October. We'll talk a little bit more about those two varieties. All right, so this is a Gold Rush apple, and you can see that the graft is above the soil level. This is very important. You don't want this top part, the scion, you don't want the scion to make roots. Otherwise, you lose all the traits of the rootstock, and then what's the point of spending the money on a grafted tree? Anyway, this is a Gold Rush apple tree. It has a couple different apples in its parentage, mainly Golden Delicious, and it's bred with a crab apple. It has fairly good disease resistance to apple scab and fire blight, but it's a good storing apple. You can put this apple in your fridge and it'll stay fresh and crispy for a couple months, maybe 3 months in your fridge. So it's a good storing apple, but it's a very sweet and tart apple, which is what a lot of people like. We'll talk about Evercrisp. All right, so here's the other apple variety that we planted mainly. It's called Evercrisp, M-A-I-A, Evercrisp. That's just Midwest Apple Improvement Association 1. Evercrisp is the trademark name. And then the plant patent number, here's G935, that's the rootstock it's on. Here's the size, and it says patented variety, asexual propagation is prohibited. Yeah, so basically you can't propagate this plant unless you buy rights to it, but we've bought rights to it because that's how that works. All right, so here's our Evercrisp apple tree. This tree ripens middle to late October where we are in North Carolina. So it's a fairly late apple, and as the name implied, Evercrisp is a cross between Honeycrisp, which everyone loves, and Fuji, which also everyone loves. So it's the best of both worlds. You have a really sweet, low acid apple like Fuji, not very tart, just flat sugar. But it's also got that crisp crunch like a Honeycrisp. So it's a delicious apple, and you can come out and pick it in 3 years.